Hey G Squad, welcome back to another episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we have this cool machine here, and pretty much what this is a cordless robot vacuum cleaner that also works as a mopping option, and it has a built-in self-emptying option as well. If you can see for the one that we got right here is from a brand called Roborock, and this is the S8 Plus. If you guys notice how it comes with the station right here, with the charging station, you do have the option to buy like the robot by itself, which is S8. But if you guys want to get like the charging station like this one with the self-emptying option, this is probably the better option to go for. They do have another version available that's like the S8 Pro Ultra that's even more awesome with a lot more other features that's built in as well. And I'll probably cover that in a different video whenever I get that product. But for right now, we'll go over the S8 Plus. So if you haven't seen it on the side right here, they do provide you guys some specs and features about the product. So they mention how it does have a 3D obstacle avoidance. They mention how it has a sonic mopping, auto lifting mopping option. It has a dual roller brush, so that way it can help you guys clean it much better for the mopping option for your floor. They mention how it has an automatic dust emptying option and a precision navigation. So once it maps out your room, it knows where to go the second time or third time after that. Pretty much the more it uses the actual mopping and mop throughout your room, it'll know where to go and map it all out, which is pretty cool. So that's the front. If I turn around to the back, let me show you the back as well. But before I do it, let me bring it a bit closer to show you guys what it looks like here. So here's what the packaging looks like in the front. Now let's turn to the back. So right here is the back. So they do provide you guys some more specs and features about the product in terms of what is included and how it works for each different part I mentioned, for the roller brush, the obstacle avoidance, the sonic mopping, the smart app control, and etc. So what I'll do right now is open up and show you guys what's included inside before I actually test it out. So first the inside right here, they tell you guys to read the back part. The back part pretty much provides you guys all the quick starter guide in terms of how to set it up and what's included inside the package. So they show you guys the product overview, what's included inside for the package content, the installation process, and etc. So you guys will make sure to follow all these different steps in terms of how to set it up if you guys want to use it correctly. Right underneath that, we do have the different parts for you guys to take it out and assemble. So let's take it all out. So the first thing inside, they provide you guys a screw and the bottom part of the base. So let's do take it out. This is the first part on the bottom. So this is where the robot cleaner will go on top right here to actually start vacuuming or doing the self-emptying option, and also where it will start charging. So here's this side and here's the bottom. They do give you guys a screw for you guys to use, and I love how it's like stationed on here so that way you can grab it whenever you guys need. So pretty much everything will be emptied inside right here, goes through the hole in the bottom right here onto the top part, and this is where it actually empties onto the top part of the product, which is inside. So I take this part out. Right underneath that, we do have the robot vacuum, which is right here. So let's open up. Let's take it out. So right here, we do have the robot vacuum. So this one, I believe, it should be the S8. So whether if you guys only get the S8, this is what the product should look like. But if you guys get the base like this, with an S8 Plus, it gives you guys a charging station and the self-emptying option. And honestly, I think it's better for you guys to get the whole set in terms of the emptying option. So that way you guys don't have to empty it yourself, which is much more convenient. But here's what the top part looks like. It does have the brand name. I believe right here is probably like the LiDAR camera to help you guys with navigation and mapping option when you guys do use it. But we do have like the lock option, the power button, and probably the go back home button. And here we do have the water tank for you to add the water inside. So very easy for you to take it out and put water inside. Once you are done, push back in. But here's what the product looks like on the side. So we do have the vibration rise option. We do have the bumper option for the obstacle avoidance, because it probably has like the camera on here for you to use, so it knows where to avoid the obstacles if there's any in front of it. And here's this side. And then right here is what the bottom part looks like. So we do have the scrubber option or the dual roller brush option to help you guys mop the floor and clean it really well and sweep everything inside. Right here we do have the high quality wheels. Same thing for this side. And here we do have the sweeper option to sweep everything in. Here we do have a 360 rotatable wheel. I'm assuming the trash is inside right here, so once it's full, you guys can probably take it out, which you guys can probably open from the top right here. Just like that. You can see how I opened it very easily. And the way how you guys open it, just push it out like this with a button. And this is what the inside looks like. So we have to open up. On the side right here, we do have the filter inside right here that you take out. So this is the filter. And you just pour out the trash like that. And that is only if you guys get like the normal version without the self-emptying option. If you guys have the self-emptying base like what we do have right here, you guys don't have to worry about that. You can just let it go by itself and let it empty by itself. But you guys want to put it back in the correct way. The hole right here should fit on the hole on the inside. Let me show you guys what I mean. So I'm gonna see the hole inside right there. It should match right there. So just like this. Make sure it locks in. Close it up. And there we do have the product. So that should be everything that's on the bottom right here. So here's one last look of what the bottom part looks like. If you guys take out the next section, which is protection layer, we do have some more protection layer or stuff right here in the bottom. Let me take it out. So there's this part. And then right underneath that, we do have the charging base or charging station and like the self-emptying option and support stuff. Let me take it all out. Let's start with the boxes first. There's like 2 boxes here. And they do show you guys the image of what the product looks like in terms of what's included inside. Let's take a look. So let's open up this part right here. They provide you guys information in terms of how to connect on the app. And they provide you guys some more information as well about the product, especially for the safety guideline and certification. And then right here, we do have the mopping option. So let's open up. You guys can put this on for the mopping option on the bottom. Shouldn't be too hard. Let me show you guys how to do it. So at the bottom right here, they do tell you guys what you guys want to do. If you guys want to start mopping immediately, you do want to wet this part right here to make sure it's wet. If you guys don't want to wait. But pretty much what you guys want to do is just slide this on. So I believe it should go on the side. It should go on the side right here like this. So very easy and very simple for you to put it on. And once you guys want to take it out, there's a button on both sides. There's the press, which is right here. And same thing for this side. And that allows you guys to take it out really easily. So very easy and very simple for you guys to like slide it in to lock it in. And very easy to take it out as well. And that is what the mopping looks like when you guys use the vacuum and the mopping option together. So that's everything in this box. The next box inside looks like we do have the cable. If you guys do open it, this is the inside. So here we do have the trash bin or the trash bag for us to use. If you guys do open it, it does have the brand name Roborock. And if you guys do open it, this is pretty much what the bag looks like. So if you guys really want to, you guys can actually take this out to pour out the trash and reuse it if you guys do want to. If you guys want to save some money. And I love how they do have this option for you to close it up so that way the trash can't fall out. And once you guys want to use it, you guys can push back in like that. So very easy and very simple for us to use it. But obviously, if you guys are not trying to save money and you just want to like do the self-emptying option very easily, you guys can just keep buying new ones each time. But if you guys are on a budget, feel free to do what I just told you guys to actually vacuum everything inside and pour out really easily. But this is what the bag looks like inside for the self-emptying option. And then right here, we do have the cable. So this is the cable you guys can plug into the actual charging base to start using it. So it's 2-prong option right here to this. And it is a pretty high quality cable when you guys do feel it. So that's everything inside that box. Now let's show you guys the last thing inside, which is the actual self-emptying option. So this part right here feels a little bit more heavier since it is like the charging base as well. Let me put this box on one side because that's everything else inside. So for this part, it's also nicely wrapped up. But if you guys do take it out, this is what the part looks like if you guys can see. I love how they have this little handle on top for you guys to carry around really easily, which is really cool. But if you see the way how they designed it, definitely looks like a high quality material and a high quality build and very nice design with the brand name in the front. So this is what the part looks like in the front. Here is the side, here is the back, and here we have this side, and then right here is the bottom. So you want to screw on different parts inside when you guys do set it up for a much more secure fit. But right here in the bottom is the hole for the bottom of this part right here, where you guys want to put it on top, and that way can like suck out all the like the dust inside, and it'll go inside the trash bin, which is inside right here. So you can see how this part right here on the side is all taped up, so that way it's very secure when you guys do get it. But what you're gonna do is open it up and take out the tape. Same thing for this one. And if you guys do open it, this is what the inside looks like. So here's this side, and here's the other side. So this part right here is pretty much the trash bin or the trash bag that just show you guys how they provide you guys the back one just in case. But how you guys want to do is to pull it out like this, and you can see how it secures inside, so that way the trash won't fall out. And once you guys are ready to put it back in for a new one, just slide it in very easy like this, and push it all the way down. And that's pretty much how you guys replace the trash bin or the trash bag when you guys want to replace it. So very easy and very simple. But once you guys are done, you guys can put it back in for the lid, just like that. But you can see how this part right here is very easy for it to take it out. So one way or one of those secrets for you guys to do is probably to tape the side where you guys are not using it. So that way the lid won't be as easy for it to come off. And that way it's much more secure. You can see. And I'm assuming where you guys want to plug in cable should be right here in the bottom somewhere. Let me see. So right here on the side is where you can plug in the cable to actually activate the charging base and also the self-emptying option. And the back part right here is where you can wrap the cable to keep it organized, which is really nice. And in terms of the screws, I don't see the screws, so I'm not sure if it's somewhere that I'm missing. Maybe you guys don't have to put the screws. Let me just double check. Yeah, so I don't see any screws anywhere, so I don't think there's any screws involved, even though there's the screws option. Let me just double check one more time. Oh, okay. So the screws are already on the bottom, so you guys can just screw this onto the bottom of the base. So probably what you guys can do is flip this upside down and just put this on top like this. And you guys can get the screws on the bottom for the accessory and just screw it on, just like this. Very easily and very simple. So very easy and very simple how they actually designed it, so that way you guys don't have any trouble setting it up. Should be a very easy process. They literally provide you guys everything you guys need for the different tools and different accessories, and even provide you guys extra bag for the trash bag option, because a lot of other robot vacuums that I've reviewed in the past doesn't give you guys a backup one. They just give you guys one bag and you guys have to purchase more. So really thoughtful how they did that. Like even the setup process, like I mentioned right here, to screw on the bottom of the base, that's so easy as well. There's been other ones I've reviewed in the past where it takes a while to find all different parts and have to put everything together, and I do struggle. Which is really nice how they do provide you guys this option right here. Make your life a lot easier. Alright, so that should be good. Once you guys are done, you guys put it back on right here. That way you guys don't have to worry about finding your tool, which is pretty awesome. So let's flip it back over this side. If you see how the lid falls off, so you definitely want to probably tape it or something. Or maybe there's a way for you to lock it because there's a tape right here. Let me try to remove this tape and see if that helps. Let me put it back on to see whether it unlocks. If it does lock, then we don't need any tape. It doesn't seem like it locks in still. Yeah, doesn't seem like it locks in. So you probably want to still tape it on the side. So that's pretty much everything that's included in the package in terms of what you guys do get. Very easy and very simple for you to set it up. But what I'm doing right now is connect the actual power on here to show you guys how to charge it and how to use everything on here. So let's plug it in. Alright, so we got it all connected. And we do have a light that turns on right here. And they mentioned for this part right here, you guys unpeel it. So let's do that first. That's probably for like the sensor option to let the robot cleaner know where to go. So what I'm doing right now is to turn this on. So you guys press the power button. It doesn't turn on. So I'll probably have to put this on right here to let it charge. Alright, so it starts charging. And the way how I know it starts charging is by looking at the top part of the actual product. Let me bring the camera a little bit closer. And it actually made the noise of it in here. And it tells you guys it's charging now. So here's how you guys know when it starts charging. You can see the indicator later here. And also here as well. And pretty much once you guys are ready to start using it, you guys can press on the power button start. Or you can use the app. Let me connect it on the app to show you guys how it works. Alright, so right here we do have the app. So I already have like my previous device or the product all set right here, but this time we do have a different one. So what I do is press the plus bar right here. And they tell you guys to scan the actual device. So you guys want to scan the QR code probably on the bottom somewhere. Let me see where to scan it. It might be inside. Yeah, so right here. So the QR code is inside the actual vacuum right here. Okay, so once we got connected, it tells you guys what to do. So I don't follow the step in terms of how to set it up and connect it. So I tell you guys to press this button right here. So the spot cleaning and docking button with the two buttons on the side. We'll keep it charged for now.
Charging. Resetting Wi-Fi.
Okay, so I want to click next. So it's connected onto 2.4 network. And now it's connecting MNC. So it might take a few minutes or a few seconds.
Connecting to Wi-Fi. Stand by.
Alright, almost done.
Wi-Fi connected.
Alright, so everything's connected. And we're going to use now. And it tells us to update the firmware. So I'm going to do that first. Alright, so I'll let it update first and come back and test it out and show you guys what's on the app. Alright, so we just finished doing the update. So let's go back. This is what the app looks like. So it kind of maps it out when you guys do fully map it out. But for right now, that's what it shows. But you can see how I'll show you guys the cleaning area, the battery life, the cleaning time, what the product is, and then all the different options available for you in terms of emptying option, clean option, full, room, and zone. So depending on which mode you guys do use, you do have different options available. If you guys press right here, you do have the option to use different options available for you for the mopping option, vacuum and mopping option, or only vacuum option. But there's pretty much a quiet, balance, turbo, or max, and the scrub intensity. There's mild, moderate, or intense. And for the route, you do have standard, or you can use the fast cleaning option. But they mentioned for the fast cleaning option or fast cleaning mode, you do have to map it out first. So for the first time using product, you probably want to let it map out by itself. But for right now, what I want to do is to actually test it out, showing you guys the self-emptying option. So for example, right now, if I click on empty, it tells you guys how it make a lot of noise when you guys do use it. But for this quick little test, I want to show you guys how loud it is and what the product looks like when you guys do use it. So click OK.
Emptying dustbin.
And that is pretty much how you guys do the self-emptying option, which is really cool. So that way you guys don't have to empty it yourself. It does it for you. And once you guys are ready to use it, you guys can press the on button or the start button to start using it. So what I'm doing right now is to put this onto the ground and show you guys how the product works and what the product looks like when we do use it. So I'll probably use the vacuum option first before the mopping option, just to give you guys an idea of how it actually works. So let me actually put this down on the ground. All right, so we do have it on the floor right here, and this is the app. So if I want to start, just press enter. And I want to click clean.
Starting to clean.
So see how it started to map everything out. And because of that camera that's on top, it's mapping everything out really easily to get an idea. So see how it's mapping out everything really nicely with the camera that's on top. Way better than a lot of other products. And see how it does have the obstacle option, how it goes around it, which works a lot better than a lot of other Roborock vacuums immediately already. And so far it's mapping out really everything really well so far in the room. So the camera that's on the top and probably on the side is working really well to map everything out. So pretty much once everything is all mapped out really nicely, you guys don't have to worry about where to go and everything. You guys can control where the zone is, etc., which is really cool. So far so good. The mapping option definitely works really well. And if you guys notice how I actually show you guys where the charging base is, that way it knows where to go back way better than a lot of other products. So right here is the product. Let's say I want to bring it back home.
Returning to dock.
It will know exactly where to go. And even show you guys on the map on here as well.
Charging. Emptying dustbin. Charging.
So you can see how well it does work, and they actually help you guys automatically empty once it goes back to the charging station, which is really cool. But just by using it for 2 minutes for the cleaning time, this is what the map looks like once you guys kind of map it out. So really cool how it should give you guys such a fast result when you guys do use it to map everything out and actually help you guys vacuum a good amount of space. And if you guys can see for the obstacle option, it actually dodged the shoe or the slipper, which is really nice. But now that we show you guys the vacuum option, now let me show you guys the mopping option as well at the same time to see how it does work. So pretty much what I want to do right now is to put some water on the bottom of the mopping pad, and then we'll test it out and also add some water on the water tank. So I'll do all that first and then show you guys what the inside looks like. All right, so I just added some water inside. I'll put this back inside right here.
Water tank installed.
And like I mentioned earlier, when you guys do use it, you do want to take out the pad that's on the bottom. So just go like this on both sides. And you pretty much want to take this part out and slide it out. And what you guys can do is get this part wet, so that way it's much easier for you to use it. Once you guys got it wet, you guys can put this back on. So what I'm going to do is slide this in. Shouldn't be too hard, should be very easy all the way. and just stick it back on. And now you can stick this onto the bottom or slide it in.
Mop mount installed.
Alright, so just like that. Very easy and very simple. So now that we got the water tank inside and we got the pad all wet, now we can use the mopping option and the vacuum option at the same time to see how well it does work. Alright, so let's give it a try. So click clean.
Starting to clean.
If you guys press right here, you guys control what you guys want to use in terms of scrubbing option and the suction power. So right now we're using vacuum and mop, and it starts mapping everything out. So let us do its own thing and see what happens in terms of the vacuum and the mopping option. So it might be hard for you guys to see in the video, but if you guys look at it from a certain angle, you can probably see how the floor is kind of wet because of the water that's on the bottom. If you guys look carefully on the actual product, it actually has a light on there that show you guys the camera's being working. If you see how it's blinking right here. So you see right here how it's wet. So the mopping option on here definitely does work when we do use it. So that way you guys can mop and clean the floor or vacuum at the same time, which is really cool. Let me show you guys what the app looks like. So when we do look at it on the app, this is what the app looks like at the moment. So definitely give you guys a very good coverage when you guys do use it, and show you guys the cleaning area, the cleaning time, etc. And once you detect like the obstacle, it knows where to go immediately afterward. It shows how there's an obstacle in the way. And it goes around it, which is really cool. Usually if you guys use like other vacuum cleaners, it'll actually go over it or just bump right into it. Even for this, when I actually see the cable, it knows where to go to avoid it. So the technology that's on here is actually really good. Let me see. So what I'm doing right now is bring it back to the emptying option.
Returning to dock.
And you see how smart it is to actually know exactly where to go back. Usually for other ones, it'll take a while to even find it.
Charging.
And now it starts emptying.
Emptying dustbin.
And here's all set. So very easy and very simple for the user. Definitely very smart in terms of what you guys do get on here in terms of mapping option, vacuum option, self-cleaning option or self-emptying option, and the mopping option, which is really cool. And really cool to give you guys all these different options control for vacuum and mop, or just mopping or just vacuum. In terms of suction power, scrub intensely, the vacuum, the scrubbing option in terms of the vibration, etc. There's so many different technology on here that makes it so much better than any other robot vacuum out there in the market today. So very impressive product, and I'm actually very impressed. So now to come unboxing and testing product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not. So for this part, I do have to say that it is pretty worth it. If you guys want to need one of these, especially if you guys are in the market looking for a high quality robot vacuum cleaner that is cordless, that provide you guys the mopping option, the vacuum option, or both of them at the same time and so much more, especially having the self-emptying option as well, then I do have to say that it is pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have you want these, obviously don't buy one. and save your money on something else actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.